Hello again, YouTube and TI community. I trust you're all doing well. This is Shane Gibbs, targeted individual from the UK. Well, today I want to talk about something a little bit off topic. If you've watched my previous videos where I explained how all of my targeting began back in my hometown of Ashford in Kent, you will probably have heard how severe the targeting was, and almost how satanic and demonic the place is, with the 666 bus route that used to go past the house that I used to live in, etc, etc, etc. Today I received, I heard the sad news that another one of my school friends that used to be the year below me at school back in Ashford in Kent has taken his own life. He decided that obviously there was no other route but to hang himself. This guy wasn't as far as I know, he wasn't a targeted individual. He definitely wasn't making himself or putting himself out there as targeted individuals do. I'm a little bit taken aback actually by it all, to be honest with you. Something that I've been following over the past couple of years, or the past especially since leaving Ashford, is the amount of people that were non-TI type people have all took it on themselves to kill themselves, and it's generally with the same method. They all have hung themselves. The guy today, I'm not going to mention his names, but my heart goes out to his family. He was a good lad, and I'm completely shocked and taken aback by the news that I've received today. Like I just mentioned, over the past couple of years, there's been several people that have not made themselves apparent as TIs, but have all decided to take their own life. These are all people ranging from the age of 30s to 40s, I just find it quite hard to believe that there's not something more to this than meets the eye, especially after my experiences in Ashford of the severe treatment that I received, and the level of targeting that was apparent around me back in my hometown of Ashford. People just seem to be from that town. People just seem to be killing themselves. I don't understand. It's quite a lot to take on board, especially as a TI. As all TIs know, the main goal of this program is to get the target to either do something so drastic they will get themselves locked up in prison, or alternatively decide that there's no other way out but to commit suicide. All of these people that have decided to take their own life back from my hometown, they weren't, or as far as I know, they weren't targeted, or maybe they was, or maybe they were, I should say. I'm starting to come to the conclusions now that that Ashford in Kent, in the UK, there's something most certainly not right about that place. There's something very, very evil. There's a lot of really nasty, sick, psychopathic type people that seem to be holding the reins, or I should say, in that town. And all of the people that I've just mentioned that have taken their own life over the past couple of years, they're all decent, working class, hard working, good hearted people, So it's just something just stinks. Seriously, something to me just absolutely stinks oh, I don't know. I seriously don't know. But there's definitely something really odd and strange going on in that town. That in the past couple of years, I think there's been, to my knowledge, about 5 people that have committed suicide. 3 of them I knew personally. The other couple were known to other members of my family, but they all resided in Ashford in Kent. There's definitely something not right about that place, and whether these guys and girls were targeted and didn't actually understand or realise what was happening to them, hence the reason why they took the drastic action that they did. But like I say, my heart goes out to his family. I still am in a little bit of shock, really. I can't really express in words of exactly how shocked I am about the news, the sad news that I discovered this afternoon. So yeah, once again, my condolences to his family, his brothers and sisters, and his children, and his immediate family. They're obviously going to be going through a really tough time, dealing with the sad loss of this member of their family. And yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to start chucking accusations around saying, oh, they was all targets and they was all getting harassed and they was all getting electronic harassment and etc. etc. But something about that town is just isn't sitting right, you know. Why would so many people in a sleepy little market town be committing suicide, be killing themselves? There's got to be more to it than meets the eye. So yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today, just to get off my chest, make me feel a little bit better, yeah, just express the heartfelt feelings that of the sad loss that has occurred there yet again in Ashford. It's heartbreaking to think that these people have felt so alone and so isolated that they felt no other route out of their situation other than taking their own life. It's very sad, but it's happening, and it's happened, and it continues to happen in that town. Thank Christ that I managed to get out of that town when I did. Something else that I wanted to just to mention today as well is I've got a younger brother, and his wife, and two young boys that still live in that evil town. And just recently, I had my younger brother contacted me to ask some advice on some situations that were becoming apparent to him. He actually phoned me and asked me exactly how I discovered people were coming into my home, the home invasions that I've talked about previously in other videos. And I had a short discussion with him, gave him some tips and advice on security and what to do and what to look out for. But people, or whoever they were, the little sneaky rats that creep around in the darkness, it seems that they have taken it on themselves to start picking on my younger brother and his young family. Since I spoke to him about around a week or so ago, I've been checking in on him just to make sure that things are okay, and just to inquire about what the situation is. And after the advice and information that I gave him, luckily everything seems to have calmed down. But so people were definitely going in my younger brother's home. Not only did he notice it, but his young wife noticed it as well. So it seems to be it seems to be if they can't get one, then they go after the other, or maybe it's the whole family that they're after. I really don't know. I honestly don't care. I'm just thankful that that my younger brother has the problems have stopped and ceased since he's spoken to me. So I can I'm pleased about that fact. They are in the very near future going to be leaving Ashford, which is probably one of the best things they can do. I hate to think what their young two lads, one's not even one, and the other one's just coming up to, I think it's about 2.5. What they would go through growing up in that town. So I'm really pleased that they've taken on themselves and decided to leave that town and to move to pastures new, a little bit closer to where I am and where other members of our family are now situated. So that will be the last remaining member of the Gibbs family that leave that horrific place. So yeah, it's been quite a strange afternoon actually since I found out about what happened with my old school friend. It's just the cogs have been turning. There's definitely, most certainly, something very, very evil and satanic-y type aura about that place. You know, it doesn't make any sense. You know, it really doesn't make any sense. I do not understand what the heck is going on in that place, but all I know is that is a very, very dark and evil place for anyone to be, unless of course you're part of the fraternity of people that are probably don't have to worry about this side of life. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. I can't really. I was going to. I was planning on talking about something else, but after I got the sad news this afternoon of my friend passing, then obviously I thought I would talk about what I've talked about today, about the issue of the amount of preventable suicides that are taking place in my hometown of Ashford in Kent. So anybody out there, steer clear of that place. It's a very nasty, evil, demonic, satanic, just a very, very deceiving looking type place to live. I had no idea that until my targeting began all them years ago that that town had any issues at all. I've got great memories and fond memories of growing up as a lad in Ashford, and yeah, it's quite sad to actually have to think about it in another fashion. But there's over the recent years, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me that there's something very, very dark and evil about that town. And I just hope that it stops at some stage, you know, and to keep hearing about people taking their life, it's heart-wrenching, you know. It's especially knowing what I know as a TI and what the TI community go through. It's yeah, it's heartbreaking to think that there are probably people there suffering in silence, and I don't know, maybe through embarrassment and not being able to talk about what's going on with them, and finding that or thinking that their only route out of the situation that they find themselves is to do something as drastic as taking their own life. There's always other options, not only for normal people of the general public, but also for members of the TI community. Nothing can get that bad where you need to take that kind of decision. there's always other options out there. You just need to be awake to what is out there, and understand that you're not alone going through this. Whether you're a TI or whether you're just a normal member of the public, there's always people to get in touch with, even if it means calling the Samaritans or somebody. You know, there's always going to be somebody out there willing to listen. And talk about the issues and problems that are apparent in one's life. So yeah, that just about sums it up. To be honest with you, I really don't know what else to say. I'm still in a little bit of shock of discovering what I did this afternoon. So yeah, I'll wrap that up for today. Once again, my condolences and best wishes go out to this young man's family, children, and brothers and sisters, and parents and immediate family. It's very, very sad, and yeah, very, very sad situation for anybody to find themselves in. So hopefully he's in a better place now than where he was prior. So yeah, that just about sums up what I wanted to talk to you about today. I will be over the next few days or so. I shall probably come back and do another video about the stuff that I intended on talking about today. But because of the sad news that I gained today, then it's completely knocked me sideways. So yeah, I shall leave it there. I trust all you TIs are well. Keep strong, and if you need to speak to somebody, speak to somebody. Don't ever contemplate doing anything like that. And that goes, like I say, that goes for any non-TIs that find themselves in that kind of situation and that position. There's always other options out there. Once you're gone, you're gone. Yeah, and like this guy, he'll be sadly missed. There's a lot of heartfelt condolences being put out online about this young man, and it's very, very heartbreaking reading them. To be honest, he was very liked and very loved, and I'm sure his family are going to miss him very much. So. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day now. That's enough for today, and like I say, hopefully in the next few days I shall come back with another video, and I'll catch up with you then. Hopefully then I'll be in a bit more of a chipper mood, and yeah, until then I'll catch up with you then. Take care, and remember, there's always other options out there. Never feel that your only option is to eradicate your life force from this planet, because that's not the right thing to do. It's seriously not the right thing to do. But yeah, that's it for now. So I will catch up with you all again in the next few days or so, and I'll until then, bye for now. Take care.